I thought okay.
Yeah, crazy.
But it's lovely to get to see everyone's faces because this day and age, with social media the way it is, we have got to show our faces. We've got to show our faces in shares of any of our product and our opportunities and on our business cards, etc. You know what? I don't know too many people that love seeing themselves on camera and in videos. Love. Most of us don't. But you know what? We got to do it. You got to do it for that connection because that's what people buy into. Okay, Randy, your turn. Sorry.
Okay. I'm making sure that hopefully my phone doesn't overheat. So we're going to make it quick just in case it does. You guys can hear me okay?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. So welcome to week 3 of the Let's Go incentive. Hopefully you guys are still super excited. So would anybody like to share any like accomplishments or super awesome things that happened last week during the Let's Book 2 week 2 stuff?
I got my first sponsor. I'm sponsoring somebody finally.
Yay! That's so awesome.
Woohoo!
And this was a week focused on sponsoring. How did it happen? Tell us, Head.
I flipped her party.
Oh my golly, did you hurt it?
No, she saw how successful I was, and I was telling her that my paycheck could totally pay for her daycare because she was complaining, and she was like, "How much did you make?" I'm like, 800. She's like, "Well, my daycare is 900." I'm like, "That's easy. Like, if you can make what I make, your daycare will be paid for. You don't have to worry about it." And I got her hooked.
Brilliant.
For you.
Brilliant.
You related it
Super
to her
awesome.
personal life, Heather. Good for you.
How
Exactly, you made it
exciting.
about
You'll
her.
never forget your first teamie.
No. She's doing good too. So
Isn't it so nice when you can gift them their party so they already kind of seen what's going on and they already have PRV going, so they're like, I can do this. It's not like you start at 0 and you're like, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
right.
Awesome. Anyone else?
Angel, we saw you raise your hand, Angel.
I sponsored a new teamie. She just started on Friday night, late Friday night.
Woo!
Hey.
She was a crossing guard at my daughter's school and became a customer, and she just came to me, actually. I had put a couple of sponsor flyers in her paperwork, but she never was a real big buyer. But she came to me and wanted to do the $99 kit. So
awesome. I was going to say that there's something really cool about the action plan that we had last week, the book 2, because it made me book 2. I don't know if I would have otherwise, but I had to because I had to mark it off my little list, right? So I was just thinking, what if we had the mindset, even though we're not going to tell you to do that every week, but you had the mindset that every week you were going to book 2 parties between now and the end of the year. That was just something on Sunday night, you knew, I'm going to book 2 parties this week. I just think that's what I'm going to do. So, if I do it, and then if I get my team to do it, things could just be amazing.
Well, and you know what, to piggyback on that, because it's so true, it is all about our mindset once we get more comfortable. And you know what, all of us leaders have been through what every one of you have been through to some degree, as far as getting comfortable with the conversation and the language and how to go into this mode and party versus sponsoring, etc. And we never had gift a party when way back when we all started. So this is huge mindset. But Christy Northrup, who was the lemonade lady, and she used to be with Cincy in training, and then Mary Christensen. If you haven't read any of her books, get her books. She has been one of our favorites because I love how she writes. She was a multi-level marketing consultant, direct seller for a bazillion years and slaved the industry, and which I don't know why she ever got out because she's got such great verbiage. But she talks to us in her books, any of her books, Mary Christensen's Superstar Anything. But when you read her book, she'll tell you, and Christy Northrup would tell us, you can wear bracelets. Wear 10 bracelets. You guys, some of you might remember this. If you put 10 bracelets on your wrist every single day, and just know every single time Scentsy comes up in a conversation with somebody, because they absolutely know it's coming from you, whether you talk to them about a product or the opportunity or to host or whatever, then you flip that bracelet onto this wrist, and your goal is to get all bracelets from one side to the other side every single day. Or if you're not comfortable wearing a bracelet, you can put a penny in your pocket or something silly and put 10 pennies in this pocket. And every time you have that conversation, you put a penny in that pocket. But just like Yvonne is saying, if you get yourself in some kind of habit, then you are going to grow, and you are going to get so comfortable that you're going to be the one that everyone looks at and says, oh my gosh, that's her. She makes it look simple. That's her. She could do anything, right? That's how it could happen. But it starts with you coming into that mindset of making what's comfy. So yay, Angel. Yay, Heather. Not only did you take the challenge of book 2, week 2, but sponsored? What? That's awesome.
Oh, Brandy, you're on mute. You're muted, Brandy. There we go.
Okay. So, Danette, you keep muting me. Am I too noisy in my background?
I did not. Nice try. I didn't mute anybody.
Okay, so I'm like, I didn't mute myself. All right, so this week we're going to talk about kind of keep going with those hosts that you convinced to book, and maybe some new ones. And we're going to talk about what kind of parties you can do with those hosts, because obviously in-person parties are not working right now. So your business is going to thrive on online parties, online PRV income, producing social, virtual, whatever you want to call it. So each day this week, the leaders in the group are going to go live, and we're going to have a schedule. I'll put it out tonight, and then I'll put a reminder each day this week about who's going to go live and what they're going to focus on. So each one a different way to do online social gatherings, online parties, and give you some ideas for how you can do those. So how do you get your people to buy without being in person? Make sense? So your action for this week is to watch those videos each day and participate in them. Even if you watch the replay, we'd love to have you join us live, but if you watch the replay, then we want you guys to comment on the replay. We want you to add your if you've tried it before, if you had ideas or your ahas for anything like that. Then after you book another party, or maybe you talk with the host that you booked last week, which of these topics are you looking forward to trying? What are you, do you have questions? Are you excited about? So just be present and share about what you're finding when you're trying out these activities. My suggestion for when you start them is maybe try with your group of friends first. So like when I started doing, or your group of customers, when I started doing like bingo parties, I tried with my VIP. So I only invited 10 VIPs to special bingo, and I tried it with them. I said, this is something I want to try new with my so would you like an invite? I'm only inviting 10, and you're my top 10, and there'll be prizes, there'll be giveaways, whatever you want to say, and just have those ones come first so you feel a little more comfortable because you know them, and then you can see, maybe they'll love it and then they'll want to book another. So then you can keep booking from there. And that's what you should do each time you book a party when you're doing a party. Questions? Adding?
I'll add on to there. When the quarantine first started, shelter in place, I was like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? Because I usually do events, and I saw the video on the online bingo, and I thought, gosh, that's a good idea. And then I kind of just like, I'll do that later kind of thing, you know, how you always do that, I'll do that later. And you're gonna see lots of things this week, and you're gonna probably think, oh, I'll do that later. But I did a little 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 from Mel Robbins, and I'm like, I'm doing one next Friday with my group of VIPs. And I called it Quarantingo Bingo, and it started this huge snowball effect for me during April and May. And I got new consultants, I had lots of parties, I got parties booked from the parties. It just started this huge snowball thing. And if I hadn't tried it, or if I just had said, oh yeah, that sounds like a good idea, none of that would have happened. So you just gotta jump out there, say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, choose one and make it happen.
I think the neat thing about you sharing that with us, Yvonne, is the fact that that was your first time to try it. And you went out on a limb, but you went out with intention, and look what it got for you. So, you know, it's not that we leaders don't feel nervous about trying something new. We all are firsties at something, but so what? That just makes us much more realistic with the group with which we work. And yeah, we're authentic.
And I would like to add that, you know what, we are a party plan company. Not all direct selling multi-level marketing companies are party plan. So this week when we focus on literally doing some kind of virtual online party, think of how beautiful it is that we have a company that provides and pays for all of the host rewards. When all these other all these other direct selling companies that are not party plan, they don't offer the host rewards. And so anything that the consultant comes up with, if you do this, then that, then it's out of their own pocket. So the whole focus this week, you guys, is we want to get as many people in one place at one time to get sales, to do some kind of IPA, income producing activity. And that's the beauty of parties, because we can run a business online, and we can run a business with a few open houses and cash and carries, or, you know, posts here and there and get orders. But this week, focusing on online parties, so you can gather as many people in one whammy to capitalize on your time and for your presentation, is a whole big takeaway for you to get comfortable with. Because absolutely, some of you are amazing at how you share and what you share in your daily posts, interactions, and relationships online. But how we do a party to capture that home feel, you know, when we had the home parties and it would be about getting a whole bunch in one share, that's kind of what we want to focus on, wouldn't you say, as far as how do we do that? And so hopefully with all of us leaders sharing this week, we can gather some ideas, because I'm excited too to see how each of us, and any of you guys, oh my gosh, if you have something that's worked for you in a party type setting where you have multiple people coming at one time to gather and meet, oh my golly, share it. I'm looking forward to that, because I'm all about increasing my dollar per hour by having as many captive audience people present as possible. And then you feed off of that energy. And then that's how you get more party books from that, you know. So keep that in mind. It's a beautiful thing that we're a party plan business.
I want to learn how you guys do this bingo thing.
Oh, you're gonna see this week. What, Brandy, what are some of the things that we have going on this week? You can just highlight that, some of our topics. Because Brandy is efficient. She has a list.
She got muted again.
I talked with my hands. You guys saw me. I didn't use my hand. I didn't do it. She did it.
Brandy, you're muted.
Brandy, you're muted. Sign language. Brandy.
I wonder if we lost her because she's at
Looks to
the.
me like she's enjoying a drink.
Don't blame her. Well,
So
okay,
there was bingo and there was scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
So
was
one
gonna
night is going to be bingo. Monday, tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow night there's, and we're going to try to do live, right, you guys?
Yeah, Monday is Holly doing bingo.
So so this is great, Tiffany, that you asked. So Monday is a bingo night. Tuesday, every night, it doesn't matter, every day or every night, this week is going to be a live party night of all these different ways to get a captive audience to share. And then we'll post the list. Brandy will post the list. That's what matters. You'll see it.
I think her phone got hot.
Probably.
Yeah, it very well could be. It's really hot out there.
It's 110 here.
It's a very good point. Ew. Wow,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
I know.
All right, any other thoughts or questions? Because that was a perfect
I'm back.
segment, Tiffany.
She's back.
Hello.
Sorry, my phone got too hot. I could hear you guys. I just couldn't see anything. So I'm literally in the freezer.
Okay, good.
In the freezer.
Yeah, I have my phone in the freezer talking to you guys with the door open because my phone's too hot.
I haven't had that yet.
It's 110
Where at?
in Sacramento, California, Northern California. But we're literally right next to the river, so I can't even imagine how hot it is at home.
Yeah, no.
Wow.
I'm in
but-
Southern California and it's like 80 something.
Oh, it's supposed to be 117 on Tuesday. Anyways, so yeah, you're right. Monday is bingo. And then I left my list on the table, but I'll post the list of times, the subject and times tonight. I'll just do one post with all of that. And then each day I'll post one post about the topic for the day and who's presenting that night at what time. And then if you have images or links or ideas, comment on that post so that it's all in the same place. So somebody searches, the puppy's trying to get in the freezer underneath the ice. If somebody is looking for ideas on how to do a bingo party or Facebook Live parties, then they can find it all in that one post.
In that one thread. Oh, good idea. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you post something, I'm going to say, can you repost this on the thread? Don't think I'm mean. Just trying to make it easy for everyone in the future. Okay, so just a recap of your homework for the week, because we're at our 20 minutes, is be active, be participating in these live party ideas that we're going to do this week for you, and share your ideas, share your ahas, and participate. And then go book it and do it yourself.
Yay. Yeah, I mean, that's a good thought. If something inspires you because you thought, oh my gosh, I could do that, book it. Get it
Yeah.
on your book. Get it on the phone, because you're probably going to think of someone and go, oh my gosh, this Facebook Live I could totally do. So now I'm going to call so-and-so because I know she would rock this, and then have her do that party. And then from that online party, then you're going to get another party or 2 or 3 or 5 booked. See, so it's all in what you decide to get out of it.
And tell them like, I'm doing this thing.
That's why I asked
about. Sorry. I was going to say, just tell them that you're doing this online new party, and she was the first one that came to your mind. Like, make her feel super special that you picked her.
I love that idea. Tiffany, what were you saying?
Oh, I said that's why I asked about the bingo, because I have 4 coming up and I need ideas.
Oh, you'll get them this week.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Oh, before you let us go, Brandy, I just want to
Yeah.
remind you guys, as you sponsor and you know somebody's in it and they're ready to do unpredictable things that they more things than they thought that they could do with this business. Remember, they can be a part of this incentive group, which is a whole laser focused on growing your teams, laser focused on earning a free trip.
I was going to add too that, we've been, we kind of pick, if you don't know already, the leaders we meet on Saturday morning.
Wait, stop.
It's hot.
Go back to the freezer.
Oh,
That
did I
was
freeze again?
hilarious. You went into a robotic mode. You went.
The freezer's probably blocking my Wi-Fi. Let's see. Am I
New
still
idea
good
for
or
a
no?
party, Brandy. New
I
idea.
hear you
for a
now.
party.
What did you say?
Look, see, literally in the freezer
Now.
with the ice cream.
Okay, we can hear
Okay.
you now, Brandy. What were you saying?
Okay, so I was saying that, the leaders, we meet on Saturday mornings and look back at the week of what we were doing and where we should go next and things like that. And we are throwing a lot of stuff at you guys, giving you tons of ideas. So take what we're doing and, make it yours and figure out what is working for you and your customers. And, if at any point you get overwhelmed or you're like, then just come to your leader and say, I got behind a week, because that was me last week. I wasn't here last weekend. And I was like, oh crap, I got a lot to catch up on. And, it can, with everything else I was doing, just come to your leader and say, what do I need to do to either catch up, or here's where I'm struggling, or things like that, because we want you to succeed and we don't want you to feel overwhelmed or that you have to do everything we're telling you, trying to do all the things. Just we're trying to give ideas to a lot of people, so there's a lot of ideas, so take what works for you and just do that. I think we're good.
Okay, should be a fun week. I mean, it's just a week of
Yeah.
doing what we should do anyway, is just constantly training our brain, I guess, right?
Mm-hmm.
Party.
That we are.
Party
Yeah.
on, Garth. Party on. Okay, I'll stop the recording and we can do small talk.